President asked me to be here today with Congressman Collins to talk about his plan to cut taxes across the board for working families, small businesses, and family farms. And I'm anxious to do some listening today. The President's had me traveling around the country. And we've been in states from here all the way to the West Coast, hearing from American families, American businesses about the importance of tax relief. And as I begin, let me just say you there are a couple basic elements of the tax cut that the President's proposing and that we're going to be working with your congressman to get advanced in the Congress of the United States. First and foremost, we're going to cut taxes across the board for working families. We're going to lower tax rates from 7 brackets down to 3. We're going to increase the standard exemption by doubling it to some $24,000, so that for the average working family, your first $24,000 in income will be tax-free. Wow. And we'll increase the per-child tax credit. So as the President says, this is a middle-class miracle. This tax cut is first and foremost designed to help American families struggling too often to make ends meet, to have more dollars in their pockets. The President pointed out our tax cut plan will give the average American family an extra $4,000 a year, at least, after we sign it into law. Secondly, the President and I believe that the tax code's too complicated. Maybe some of you agree. Truth is that the American people spend millions of hours and billions of dollars filling out our taxes every year, and I'm anxious to hear if people around this table have that feeling as well. Under the President's plan, 90% of the American people will be able to file their taxes on one piece of paper without professional help. That's a good start. So tax simplification, lowering taxes across the board are all elements of the plan. But lastly, sitting here at this great American success story, Performance Advantage Company, this businessman turned president believes that it's also high time that America lowered taxes on American businesses so that companies here in New York can compete with companies around the world and create jobs right here in Lancaster and in Erie County. The President's plan is to lower corporate taxes from 35%, which is one of the highest in the industrialized world, down to 20%, which will be below the international average in Western countries. And we're also, Dick and Jim, we're going to lower taxes on small businesses that file their taxes as individuals, as maybe some around this table do as well. Lowering it from the highest rate. Too often, small business owners that file their taxes as individuals pay the highest rate of 39.6%. We're going to lower that tax rate to 25% for pass-through companies. That'll be the lowest tax rate on small businesses since 1931. So that's a rough outline of where we're headed. Tax cuts for individuals and families, tax cuts for small businesses, and tax simplification